When was the last time you stopped to appreciate simple things like running water, good Wi Fi, good music, pictures, and things that connect you? Hello, I'm Pascal, and welcome back to another episode as usual. All these episodes I go through are serious, as I always say, but today we're going to be just talking over just what we take as for granted. Myself included, I like to take a lot of things as granted. We all do. Electricity, water, friends, and just there's a lot of endless options out there you can take for granted. But there's things they rarely think about what can be a life-changing impact in our lives. And that would be, for most to all of us, I would say, the internet. That's just really simple. But it's more or less like the small luxuries of that stuff. We got electricity, clean water, groceries, and all that. But you ever notice when these things disappear, including family and friends, you took things more or less for granted? And we never stop to just think and notice this stuff because we depend on these things. We depend on others and small things in our lives every day that we found to notice and actually appreciate them for once in a while. I used to just stay in my room all the time and not really appreciate going out. And from middle school, I used to go out with friends all the time and just hang out and have fun. And at those moments, that's just life at that time. And then all of a sudden, you stop doing that stuff. It just changes. Your life is not as fun and interesting. And you took those moments for granted with people or with things you have. And it sucks. Honestly, it just sucks. But I want to ask you more or less about relationships in your life and the people we usually lean on. How often do you stop appreciate the people that are there for, us? Family, friends, coworkers that just make your life a little bit easier. We don't usually think about that. I go to work all the time and I hope to be with the coworkers that I could talk to. And if you guys are watching, Owen, who's one of them, I look forward to working with people that I can actually just talk to and, have good moments with and just, see all the bickering and stuff. That stuff's funny to me. But I want you to reflect a little bit. Just when was the last time you thanked someone for being just them? It's easy to forget how much of a difference that person or one thing could have made for you. And my own personal things, like I didn't thank a friend because usually I don't think about someone checking on me. And it's strange because you don't notice. I didn't think you noticed when they God, sorry, I'm just trying to think, but I had a friend check on me once in a while. And when I finally noticed and they said, I didn't think you'll notice. And that hits hard because it's something you just think about. Like, oh, they're always checking on me. And when you notice it and say something, they go, oh, I didn't think you'll notice it, because that hits you a little bit. Not knowing that this person's gone out the way to make some efforts or just being them. And we just think it's normal or casual. Like everyone does it. Not everyone does. It's just an overlook. Another thing I could talk about is our abilities to overlook, appreciate ourselves. We don't often think about the incredible things our own bodies and minds are willing to do and are doing. You have walking, talking, thinking, creating, all that jazz. Instantly take for granted when something goes wrong. They take it all for granted until one thing's gone. Inability to walk, can't talk, can't think correctly, unable to create things. We take all these things just for granted ourselves. I take a lot of things granted, like games. A lot of things wouldn't be possible if people didn't have the ability to create. A simple moment we can all possibly get behind is when you sprain your ankle or you hurt your wrist a little bit. Then suddenly, walking again feels like a luxury. It's just a little reminder how much we've been taking things for granted. And I really do want to encourage you to use gratitude for these things because it's one thing your body or mind does every day that you could stop and just appreciate. Just moments like that, just things can be appreciated for the smallest things. I'm just saying that because it's true. I just want you, as a viewer, to just pause and reflect and to ask yourself a question. Just take a few minutes in your day and just think what you're grateful for. And since it's a Christmas spirit, since it's now December, sorry, I almost said October, I'm really not much of a Christmas spirit kind of person. Just write it down. One thing I'm gonna go into right now about myself, about being appreciative, is being able to do things to make other people happy, including YouTube. I actually really do enjoy making videos and talking. But one thing I really want to do is give back myself, where it's going to be my editing. I know a lot of people who watch this, including you, if you're actually watching or just have it in the background, is that it's boring. I understand it's just text and me talking the whole time. I will have things better, more visual. It's hard because I work and I don't have much time, free time really, to make these and have much emotion because I like to be alone, or be able to, sorry, when I do these. And weekends are really hard to do stuff like this. So I'm more or less going to be more appreciative about getting time alone, because not a lot of people get time to be alone or sit in their rooms with other family, living with family, maybe a roommate. And so moments when you're trying to be alone feel like special moments. And people that are alone all the time, when they spend time with people, they're more happy about it. They appreciate the times. It's so simple. And I really want you to pay attention to things that you normally just overlook. Like just a soft blanket or birds in the morning. Like the small little things you don't think about. Food is a big one for me because, well, if you ever saw me, you'll know it's a big thing for me because it's mainly me. I know most of these past episodes I'd leave in a little reflection for you, or you know, audience engagement, I would say, is I'm gonna ask you, what's one thing you've taken for granted recently? It could be simple as a good meal or a supportive friend. And I don't want you to think of it as like, oh, well, now I feel bad if I think about it. I feel bad if I never thank this person. I feel bad if I don't say this and do this. It's understandable, but it's just how we are. We just take a lot of things for granted because it's every day. Every day you live with that until you sprain your ankle. You're like, oh, I do enjoy walking. You hurt your wrist. I do enjoy writing and using it. It's things you have every day that just you'd use. And it can't be people for us. And that's the second part when you think about it, is that you feel like sometimes you feel you're using someone. But I can mostly assure you that you're not using someone. I thought that myself, that I was using friends for granted, and I've been told by other friends that I'm using them for some reason, or it made them feel like I'm using them. And that's a sucky feeling. That really does suck. Because a lot of people can notice one thing and then think another thing, where you just asking to play games with them if they feel like you're using them for games, or just that reason, nothing else, not hanging out. That's a bad feeling. But if you want to leave down below, share your thoughts with me. I love to hear what you're grateful for and what this episode made you think about it. I will have another one by Monday or Tuesday because I'm finding to be doing more visual stuff. I made this for, thank you. Future episodes, if you want to know, gonna have motion capture, but I'm only gonna be above the, admin because, well, I don't really have full body track and stuff. I only have a VR. Just got one for that, so it's gonna be better. The capture's gonna be on my mouth, where they're gonna follow me, and my gestures are gonna be more noticeable, and I have more, livelihood with it. But a little wrap up. Sorry, at the end I always do. It's just it's easy just to get caught up in what we have and what's going wrong. But I want you to take a moment and appreciate what you actually have here. It's making a huge difference in your life. And I always want to leave you a challenge. I want you to pick one thing you've been overlooking and just appreciate it. A person, convenience, or something in yourself. But until next time, hope you have a great day, and toodaloo.